Are you familiar with the book on Clifford, the big red dog? You know there's a lot of books that are written about Clifford. Okay. This is Mr. Gonzalez, and I'm Teresa Gonzalez, and I belong to the Foster Cranberry program. So we are going to read the books. I'll be reading in English. Mr. Gonzalez will be reading in Spanish. I'm Emily Elizabeth, and I have a dog.
Yo soy Emilia Isabel y tengo un perro.
My dog is a big red dog.
Mi perro es muy grande y colorado.
Other kids I know have dogs too. Some are big dogs.
Otros niños que conozco también tienen perros. Algunos son perros grandes.
And some are red dogs.
Y otros son colorados.
But I have the biggest, reddest dog on our street.
Pero el mío es el perro más grande y más colorado en nuestra calle.
This is my dog Clifford.
Este es mi perro, Clifford.
We have fun together, we play games.
Nos divertimos juntos y jugamos a muchas cosas.
I throw sticks and he brings it back to me.
Le tiro un palo y él me lo trae.
He makes mistakes sometimes.
Aunque a veces se equivoca.
We play hide-go-seek. I'm a good hide-go-seek player.
Cuando jugamos a las escondidas, siempre le llevo ventaja.
I can find Clifford no matter where he hides.
Puedo encontrar a Clifford donde quiera se esconda.
We play camping out, and I don't need a tent.
Cuando jugamos a acampar, no necesito una tienda de campaña.
He do tricks too. He can sit up and beg.
Él también puede hacer trucos. Puede sentarse y pedir.
Oh, I know he's not perfect. He has some bad habits.
Sé que él no es perfecto. A veces tiene malas costumbres.
He runs after cars. He catches some of them.
Corre detrás de los automóviles y en ocasiones atrapa a alguno.
He runs after cats too. We don't go to the zoo anymore.
También persigue a los gatos. Por eso ya no vamos al zoológico.
He digs up the flowers.
Él desenterra las flores.
Clifford loves to chew shoes.
A Clifford le encanta morder zapatos.
It's not easy to keep Clifford. He eats and drinks a lot.
No es fácil alimentar a Clifford. Bebe y come mucho.
His house was a problem too.
También fue difícil buscarle casa.
But he's a very good watchdog.
Pero es un excelente perro guardián.
The bad boys don't come around anymore.
Los niños traviesos ya no nos molestan.
One day I gave Clifford a bath.
Un día bañé a Clifford.
And I combed his hair and he took him to the dog show.
Le peiné y lo llevé a una exposición canina.
I like to say Clifford won first prize, but he didn't.
Me gustaría poder decir que Clifford ganó el primer premio, pero no fue así.
I don't care, you can keep all your small dogs, you can keep all your black, white, and brown and spotted dogs.
No me importa, aunque hay perros de todas clases, pequeños, negros, blancos, marrón e incluso con manchas.
I'll keep Clifford, wouldn't you?
Yo me quedo con Clifford. ¿No harías tú lo mismo?
Yes.
Good morning, children. How are you today? We're going to have a story today, and this is Grandma Chavez, and I'm Mrs. Beer, and we're going to read it in English and Spanish. It's called When We Go to the Market, Cuando Vamos al Mercado. Okay, you ready? Have you heard this before? You have? Okay, well, this is the first time for me, so don't spoil it, okay? Okay.
First time for me too. Once a week, Peter and Roberta spends part of a morning helping their mother. She gives them a list and they go to the market.
Una vez por semana, Pedro y Roberta pasan parte de la mañana ayudando a su mamá. Ella les da una lista y ellos van al mercado.
They go very early so they can finish. In time to go to school, they take big shopping bags.
Ellos van muy temprano para poder terminar a tiempo para ir a la escuela. Llevan grandes bolsas de compras. It's colorful, isn't it?
The list mother gives them are not the same. There is one for Roberta and mother and another for Peter.
Las listas que mamá les da no son iguales. Hay una para Roberta y otra para Pedro.
The shops Peter and Roberta goes to are not the same either, but all the shops are small and they are beside one another.
Las tiendas donde Pedro y Roberta van tampoco son las mismas. Todas las tiendas son pequeñas y unas están junto a otras.
On the west side of the street, the shop stands in a row. First, there is Best Fruit Market, where they also sell vegetables.
Al lado oeste de la calle, las tiendas están en fila. Hay primero el mercado de las mejores frutas, donde también venden vegetales.
Peter tells Roberta to do her shopping there while he goes next door to the Superior Meat Market.
Pedro le dice a Roberta que haga sus compras ahí, mientras él va al lado a la carnicera superior.
Roberta buys oranges, grapefruits, and lemons, and she also buys 6 bananas. She chooses lettuce, potatoes, onions, and 1 green pepper.
Roberta compra naranjas, toronjas y limones. Compra también 6 bananas. Escoge una lechuga y papas y cebollas y un pimiento verde.
Next door, Peter is buying chicken wings, also ground meat, bacon, and liver. He asks the butcher to give him a big bone for his dog.
Al lado, Pedro está comprando alas de pollo y también carne molida, tocino y hígado. Le pide al carnicero que le dé un hueso grande para el perro.
Now that Roberta has finished at the fruit shop, she joins her brother at the meat store. Peter is ready to go. They took their separate lists once more. They looked at their separate lists once more.
Ahora que Roberta la ha terminado en la frutería, se encuentra a su hermano y la carnicería. Pedro está listo para irse. Miran una vez más sus listas diferentes.
Now the children enter a store that has fish and clams and lobsters in the window. It is called the Tip Top Seafood Shop.
Ahora los niños entran en una tienda que tiene pescados y almejas y langostas y en el escaparate se llama Pescadería Tip Top.
Here, Peter asks for 4 fresh mackerel. The man weighs the fish and gives Peter a little slip with the price that costs on it.
Aquí Pedro pide 4 caballas frescas. El hombre pesa el pescado y le da a Pedro un papelito con el precio.
Then they go to the bakery. Although Roberta has the list, both she and her brother goes into the bakery because it is so beautiful and it smells good.
Luego van a la panadería, aunque Roberta tenga la lista, ambos entran en la panadería porque es tan bonita y huele bien.
Here they see shelves covered with bread, large loaves, small loaves, and a glass front cabinet full of muffins, cookies, and cakes.
Aquí ven las repisas cubiertas de pan, de hogazas grandes y pequeñas, amarillos de cristal, llenos de panecillos, galletas y tortas.
They look at Roberta's list, and are sorry there's only 1 loaf and a half dozen of muffins on it. But the baker give them each a cookie.
Miran la lista de Roberta y sienten mucho que solo contengan una hogaza y media, docena de panecillos, pero el panadero les regala a cada uno una galleta.
They put the bread and muffins in Roberta's bag so they won't smell of fish. Then they pay the baker and return home.
Ponen el pan y los panecillos en la bolsa de Roberta para que no huelen a pescado. Luego le pagan al panadero y regresan a casa.
At the corner, they look at the clock. It is 8:30. They will just have time to leave the things they brought with Mother before they run to school.
En la esquina miran el reloj. Son las 8:30. Tendrán tiempo justo para dejar las compras con mamá antes de correr a la escuela. Sin más. The end. You're a great audience. Thank you.
Sure were.
Oh, remember to unplug yours.
Good morning. I'm Grandma Marilyn, and this is Grandpa Gonzalez. And today we're going to read you a story, and it's called The Very Hungry Caterpillar. And I'm going to read it in English, and Grandpa Gonzalez is going to read it in Spanish.
La oruga muy hambrienta.
In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf.
Bajo la luz de la luna, encima de una hoja, había un huevecillo.
One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar.
Un domingo por la mañana, el sol caliente salió y ¡pum! Del huevecillo una oruga pequeñita y muy hambrienta salió.
He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through how many? One apple. But he was still very hungry.
Él empezó a buscar comida. El lunes, él comió a través de una manzana, pero todavía tenía hambre.
And how do you say one in Spanish?
Una.
Uno. Everybody, uno.
But in this case, it's a feminine noun, so it's una manzana.
That's Trace.
Okay, we'll continue. You're right.
Trace.
You're right. Okay,
Grandma teach me how to count in Spanish.
very good. On Tuesday, he ate through how many? Two. And what are those? Pears. But he was still hungry.
I watched the movie.
El martes se comió a través de dos peras, pero todavía tenía hambre. Uno, dos. Dos peras.
How many? Say two. Dos. Dos. Okay, but he's still hungry.
Trace.
Oh,
Trace.
somebody's ahead of us. On Wednesday, he ate through how many? Three. And do you remember what those are? Plums. Plums. But he was still hungry.
He's a hungry
El miércoles se comió a través de tres ciruelas, pero todavía tenía hambre. Tres ciruelas.
Can you say three? Tress. Tress. Okay, very good. Okay, on Thursday, he ate through how many? Four strawberries. But he was still hungry.
El jueves se comió a través de cuatro fresas, pero todavía tenía hambre. Cuatro fresas.
How many? Four is cuatro. Cuatro. Can you say cuatro? Cuatro. There you go. Okay, we're getting toward the end of the week. On Friday, he ate through how many? Five oranges. But he was still hungry.
El viernes se comió a través de cinco naranjas, pero todavía tenía hambre. Cinco. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco.
Cinco. Five. Cinco. Oh, I'm going to need a lot of help here now, guys. Finally, on Saturday, he ate through one piece of chocolate cake, one ice cream cone, one pickle, one slice of Swiss cheese, one slice of salami, one lollipop, one piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. That night, guess what happened? He ate all that stuff. He had a stomach ache.
Okay. If you want to hold them up while I read them,
Okay,
or point to them.
sure.
El sábado se comió un pedazo de pastel de chocolate, un barquillo de helado, un pepino, una rebanada de queso suizo, una rebanada de salame, una paleta, un pedazo de pastel, una salchicha, un panquecito y un pedazo de sandía. Esa noche tenía un dolor de estómago.
Sometimes I got a headache.
A headache. You can
Sometimes
get the-
I got a tummy ache.
Oh, you have to watch what you eat. Can't eat too much. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened next. The next day was Sunday again. We went through a whole week. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better.
El día siguiente fue domingo otra vez. La oruga se comió una hoja verde, buena, y después se sintió mucho mejor.
He's going to turn into a football.
Now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar.
Not a skinny caterpillar.
He wasn't a little caterpillar, excuse me.
Ahora ya no tenía hambre y ya no era una pequeña oruguita, era una orugota grande y gorda.
He built a small house called a, what's that, do you know? Cocoon. Raccoon's an animal, cocoon. Okay, he built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and we'll see.
¿Qué? Dice, se construyó una casita llamada capullo alrededor de él. Se quedó dentro por más de 2 semanas. Luego mordisqueó un hoyo en el capullo, se salió a empujones y
Are they right? Were they right? Ta-da!
I thought he was going to be a that's a big ball of
He was a beautiful butterfly.
I thought
Okay, here we go.
he was going to be a fat butterfly.
era una
No.
hermosa mariposa. Era una hermosa mariposa. ¿Ok?
And thank you so much for helping us read the story. Good job.